Carly, and in this video I'm going to be reviewing the book The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Y'all, I just finished this book last week. I absolutely in love with it. It was definitely on the top charts on Barnes & Nobles for a while, and I know it's really popular like on Book Talk if you're on there, or like even Instagram, people are posting about it that they just loved it so much. And I love a good trendy book that like other teen girls like, and just like people like me, just all over the trends, you know. Like, this book was so good, y'all, so I figured I'd give you a spoiler-free book review. But y'all, I'm telling you, if you have any great book recommendations, definitely go in the comment section and hit it up. Put your recommendations there, because I'm always looking for new books to read that are like trendy, or just, I mean, I'll read anything. I'm about to read a murder mystery, which is so out of my comfort zone. I usually only do romance, but y'all, I'm down to read anything. If it's trendy, love it. But comment down below for that. And let's get started with this little book review. So the story starts out with this mega Hollywood actress star. She's really famous in her prime, and now she's kind of ready. And she's been in hiding for a little bit at this point, because she's a little bit older now, but she's finally ready to reveal all about her past relationships and, you know, all of those 7 husbands and all of that drama. She's ready to just lay it all out on the table. She's reaching this older age, but she does have an exception. She only wants this one reporter to write it, and if this one reporter doesn't write it, then she's kind of like, I don't want it done. So the writer's name is Monique Grant, and she's kind of like an unknown journalist at this point. She's kind of underground. Nobody really knows her work too well. But it kind of turns out that this Hollywood star and Monique Grant have something in common, which I'm gonna leave that plain out on the table, because once again, this is a no spoilers book review. So when Monique Grant finds out that this big Hollywood star, Evelyn Hugo, wants to work with her, she's kind of like, what the heck? Like, you want me to write for you, or just like be in the presence of you? Like, that's crazy. And she goes over to Evelyn's house, and she actually gets invited to do something a little bit more than she expected she was going to be doing there. And while Monique was at Evelyn's house, she was kind of just like, hey, I want you to write my life story. I don't want you just to do a little interview, nothing like that. I want you to do a full-blown, you know, my life story. And Monique is like, that's not what I signed up for. Monique ends up wanting to do this autobiography of Evelyn, and so every day she goes over her house and they just chat about the life of Evelyn Hugo and how all of her romances and things created who she is today. And can't say it was the most positive life ever, but it's really interesting, and it just kind of goes to show that Hollywood isn't always as picture perfect as it looks on the big screens. You know, we see people modeling and in love, but that's not always how it is behind the scenes, and Evelyn's biography really showed that. And as you are reading the story, it's almost like you get to see Monique Grant's writing of the story itself, which is really unique. And y'all, after I read this book, it was so realistic. It's a nonfiction book, but it was so realistic to me that I like went on Google and I was like, is Evelyn Hugo real? Because just the way she was described, like, it almost made her seem like she was Marilyn Monroe or somebody like that, like just like an icon. And I'm just like, who is this girl? Like, is she actually real? Is this based on a true story? And, you know, this is a made-up character, but it's so realistic that you almost turn into a fan almost of this Hollywood actress, even just reading a book about her. So to wrap it up, I absolutely love this book. I would highly, highly recommend it for you guys if you like romance, if you like drama, if you like to just see how relationships can unfold. I would highly recommend this. And yeah, girl, I would highly recommend this. And I give this 5 sparkles out of 5 sparkles, y'all. I loved it so much. you know, there was not a shortcoming in this book at all. There was no like slowing down, I'm not really into it anymore. It was just like I loved it the whole way through, which I can't say that I have like a long attention span when it comes to books. Like in the beginning if it's slow and then like I'll drop the book like that, y'all. But this book, I literally read it in 2 days. I loved it so much, so I'd highly recommend it for you guys. And I hope you enjoyed this little spoiler-free book review. I should have another one coming out next month. And with that being said, all of my social medias are linked in the description below, so check those out, and I'll see y'all in my next video. I love y'all. Bye!